Hello everyone, I am Xenospectre and welcome back to another episode of Gran Turismo. In the last episode we started on the Gran Valley Speedway 300-kilometer endurance race, and in this episode we are going to continue on the Gran Valley Speedway 300-kilometer endurance race. And we're still waiting for the AIs to start pitting. They still are not going to. This is interesting. We have a decent sized lead right now. So as long as we're cautious, we'll be fine. Although I might have to end up pitting before they do, which will kind of make things complicated. So when I see them pit, my plan is to pit on the lap after they pit. Hopefully it's soon because it's getting very hard to turn. Anyways, if you guys are at this point in the episode, what are some of your guys' favorite cars? Let me know in the comments, because I'd be interested to know that. That was a bad turn. Okay. They have to pit sometime soon. I know it tells you when they pit in this game. Plus I would have gotten a bigger lead by now if they have. Dang, it's getting hard to turn. It's starting to feel like I'm driving a boat. My favorite game in the Gran Turismo series has to be Gran Turismo 2. That game holds a special place in my heart. I have some good memories from that game. And Gran Turismo 3, Gran Turismo 3, I also have some memories from. Gran Turismo 4, I never really got to play it much. Every time I got it for the PS2, it always ended up not working. And Gran Turismo 5, I played a lot of, a little over a year ago. That game is actually kind of fun. Some of the series in that game, though, it can be difficult or frustrating. In Gran Turismo 6, I haven't played much of. Gran Turismo Sport, I played a bit of. It's not that bad, but it is a bit different than the other ones. And I haven't played Gran Turismo 7 yet. And from what I heard, how they handled things with that game, it kind of made me less excited to play it. I'll probably end up getting it eventually though, because I love the Gran Turismo series. I just love racing games in general. I've always loved playing racing games. I also like Forza and those games. Well, most of them. And Need for Speed. I like Need for Speed. Then, there's like the arcade, more arcadey racing games. I think they are starting to pit, which is good because my one tire is getting orange. Only one car pitted. So I think I'm going to have to pit. Maybe. Lap 15, yeah. We are going to pit on this lap. Because that left upper tire is orange and it's probably going to be red soon. Also makes no sense because this is an all-wheel drive car. The second place is concerning. Let's go to the pit. Come on. Okay, that was fast. We're going 62 and second place isn't pitting. That's that impressive, isn't it? Oh, it's R32. How have you not pitted yet? Okay, we were racing fine on bad tires. Yeah, excuse me, you should have pitted by now. I should be racing better with fresh tires, but somehow not. But it seems like the Skyline might have bad tires at the moment. Is it going to pit? I think it did. So it pitted on lap 16. Meaning the next time it pits, it's probably going to be lap 32. I guess we can see. We could probably last till lap, what, 33 before we pit again? We feel like that might be the way to go. And then after lap 33, we could pit on lap either 49 or 50. I thought it told you when the little cars pit in this game, but I might be thinking of Gran Turismo 2 when they started doing that. My plan is to get to at least lap 24 in this episode. By the end of this episode, I mean. Endurance races are, well, obviously they test your focus. Since they're usually like an hour or more length races. Luckily this game isn't the later Gran Turismos with the literal 24-hour endurance races. Was the Celica one of the cars in this race? Because if it was, and that's the car that's in 6th, I feel kind of bad for that guy. The turn I don't like, or one of the turns I don't like. To be fair, this track has like 4 very difficult turns in it. Going on to lap 20. I'm guessing the hairpin turns are putting stress on the upper left tire. And since there's like 2 of them where you're going left on this track, that's probably giving a lot of stress to that tire. That's a wall. Anyways, I was going to say the cars are getting much more spread out on the mini map. There's also a lot of turns on this track where you're turning right. And there's one, maybe 3 turns where you're turning left. The guy in last place pitted. Seems like he forgot to bring the right kind set of tires to the race. That's probably why he's very behind. You know, if you're going to enter into an endurance race, you probably want to bring tires that can handle it. Just some advice for the guy in last place. Oh, I thought I was getting the turn down for a minute. I'm still not far in front of them. So there's 4 left turns on this track. Kinda took that bad. And most modern racing games have the racing line thing, with some games where you can't even take the racing line off. Maybe we can go another lap in this episode. Putting some distance. Do this turn. And then we got this turn. I'm starting to know this track like the back of my hand. I am using cliches. So Once we get on lap 24, that's what will be the end of this episode. Just have like a consistent pattern going on through this endurance race, and a good like even pattern of how I'm doing these to make it easier. So here's lap 24. That will be the end of this episode. We did laps 12 through 23 in this episode. And in the next episode, we'll try to do laps 24 through 35. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.